The cargo bay of the Meridian outpost reeked of rust and desperation. Anna lay crumpled against the cold metal floor, her scaled legs, or what remained of them, twisted at unnatural angles beneath her. The Weyr family had left her there 3 days ago, their final words still echoing in her mind. Crippled Drakari are worthless. You'll only slow the clan down. She was Drakari, one of the ancient dragon people whose ancestors had soared through the skies of a dozen worlds, but without functioning legs, without the ability to leap and climb and fight as her warrior culture demanded, she was nothing. The Weyr had spoken the old law, and the old law was absolute. Anna's amber eyes tracked the shadows moving beyond the bay doors. Scavengers probably, or worse, slavers looking for easy prey. Her clawed hands scraped uselessly against the floor as she tried to drag herself toward a support beam. The pain was excruciating, white-hot fire shooting through nerve endings that no longer connected to anything useful. She had accepted death. That was the Drakari way. Then the bay doors exploded inward. Anna's head snapped up, her crest flaring instinctively despite her weakness. A human stood silhouetted in the doorway, backlit by the station's harsh lighting. He was tall, broad-shouldered, with close-cropped dark hair and a jagged scar running down the left side of his face, military-bearing even in civilian clothes. He carried a rifle slung across his back and a medical kit in one hand. "Jesus Christ," Jackson muttered, his brown eyes widening as he took in the scene. He'd been a combat medic in the Terran Colonial Marines for 15 years before mustering out. He'd seen horrors that would break most people. But this, a Drakari woman clearly abandoned, her legs crushed beyond recognition. This ignited something primal in him. "Stay back, human," Anna hissed, her voice weak but defiant. Her forked tongue tasted the air, sensing no immediate threat but unable to trust. "The Weyr have declared me. I am already dead." Jackson approached slowly, hands visible, movements deliberate. "Yeah, well, I didn't get the memo." He knelt beside her, setting down the medical kit. "Name's Jackson, and you're not dying today if I have anything to say about it." "You cannot help," Anna said, but there was something in her voice, a flicker of desperate hope she couldn't quite suppress. "My legs are ruined. Drakari law. I don't give a damn about Drakari law." Jackson was already scanning her injuries with a handheld medical tricorder. His jaw tightened. Compound fractures, severed nerves, massive tissue damage. By any reasonable standard, she'd never walk again. "I've got a friend, a cybernetics specialist, owes me a favor from the war." Anna's eyes widened. "Cybernetics? You would... No. The Weyr would never accept..." "The Weyr," Jackson interrupted, his voice hard as neutronium, "left you here to die in a cargo bay like garbage. Forgive me if I don't put much stock in their opinions." He pulled out a hypo spray filled with broad-spectrum painkillers and synthetic plasma. "This is going to hurt less in about 10 seconds. Then we're getting you to my ship." The drug hit her system like a warm wave. Anna's vision swam, but for the first time in 3 days, the agony receded to a manageable roar. "Why?" she whispered. "Why would you do this for me?" Jackson met her eyes, and she saw something there she'd never seen from her own people. Not pity, but recognition. One warrior to another. "Because where I come from," he said quietly, "we don't leave people behind. Ever." 6 months later, the Weyr delegation stood in the observation deck of Meridian Outpost, their faces a mixture of shock and rage. Below them, in the station's main concourse, Anna moved through a series of combat forms that would have been impressive for any Drakari warrior. They were doubly so considering she was doing them on legs made of titanium alloy and synthetic muscle fiber. Jackson had called in every favor he had. Dr. Sarah Chen, the best cybernetics surgeon in 3 sectors, had performed a miracle. Anna's new legs were more than replacements, they were improvements. Stronger, faster, with built-in kinetic dampeners and neural interfaces that responded faster than organic nerve tissue. "This is an abomination." Weyr clan leader Krethus snarled, his crimson crest flaring. "She bears the mark of weakness." "She was declared." "She bears the mark of humanity's greatest strength," Jackson replied from where he stood beside the clan leader. He'd cleaned up for the meeting, dress uniform, all his medals on display. The silver star of the Colonial Cross gleamed at his throat. "We adapt. We overcome. We refuse to quit." Anna completed her forms and looked up at the observation deck. Her amber eyes found Jackson's, and she nodded once. Then she did something that made the entire Weyr delegation step back in shock. She leaped, 20 feet straight up, twisting in midair, her cybernetic legs absorbing the impact as she landed in a crouch on the observation deck railing. Her claws extended, her crest fully raised, she looked every inch the warrior her people claimed she could never be. The old law, Anna said, her voice carrying across the silent deck, says that crippled Drakari are worthless. She flexed her legs, servos whirring softly. I am not crippled. I am reborn, and I claim my right to challenge for clan status. Krathus's face went pale beneath his scales. By invoking the challenge, Anna had forced the Weyr's hand. They would have to accept her or face dishonor. The human did this, Krathus said, but his voice had lost its certainty. The human, Anna corrected, did what the Weyr could not. He saw worth where you saw waste. He saw a warrior where you saw a burden. She stepped down from the railing, standing tall, and for that I owe him a life debt. But more than that, he taught me something my own people never did. What? One of the younger Weyr asked, curiosity overcoming tradition. Anna smiled, showing all her teeth. That strength isn't just about what you're born with. It's about what you refuse to surrender. Jackson watched as the Weyr delegation grudgingly acknowledged Anna's claim. Some looked angry, others thoughtful. Maybe this would change things. Maybe it wouldn't. But one thing was certain. Anna would never be abandoned again. As the meeting dissolved and the Weyr filed out, Anna approached Jackson. Thank you, she said simply. For everything. Jackson shrugged, but there was warmth in his eyes. Told you. We don't leave people behind. He paused, then grinned. Besides, the galaxy needs more people who refuse to quit. Even if we have to build them new legs to do it. Anna laughed, a sound like wind chimes made of steel. Very well, Jackson of Terra. Then I suppose you're stuck with me. I can think of worse problems to have, Jackson replied. Together, they walked toward the concourse, a human veteran and a reborn dragon warrior, proving that sometimes the most human thing you can do is refuse to accept that anything, or anyone, is beyond saving. ND.